Instant confidence boost, how to approach women without fear. Okay, here's the ultimate confidence hack to chat with women and land a date. No need to wait under a bridge. Imagine you're in a cozy coffee shop, and a stunning woman walks in, grabs a non-fat latte, and sits down beside you. She turns her head slightly, maybe gives you a polite smile, but you just can't bring yourself to approach her. You're nervous, your mind is racing, and you're second-guessing every possible way you might mess up. Your heart pounds, your thoughts blur, your hands sweat, and your stomach knots. This is the classic anxiety trap. Your brain's been hijacked by fear, and now you're stuck in a loop of self-doubt. But here's the twist, this confidence trick isn't about winning every conversation, nor does it guarantee a partner. It's about breaking the cycle of avoidance and starting the conversation. If you're new to this, I'm here to help you decode modern women and build relationships that feel authentic. Whether you're looking to find someone or just improve your interactions, this tip is for you. Let's break it down. First, remember, women want to feel safe and respected. Recent studies show that over 85% of college women prefer men who approach them with seriousness and respect. Only 14% would prefer to initiate contact, and those women are likely steering the ship of your relationship. You're thinking, but Anna, I only want the Chads and Tyron. Here's the truth, even if you're not physically attractive, you can still attract someone if you're confident and respectful. Being able to approach a woman isn't just about physical traits, it's about your courage and mindset. Women test your confidence by asking, is this fair, and will you be brave? It's a subtle but important measure of your character. Now, the second key point, don't be a douchebag. If you're already doing the right things, you're still in the game. What's a douchebag? A guy who dismisses others' feelings or doesn't care about the situation. You're not one of them. By showing respect and authenticity, you create a safe space for connection. Remember, confidence isn't about being perfect, it's about showing up with integrity and heart. This tip isn't a shortcut, but it's a foundation. If you're ready to take the first step, you're on the right path. Let's build your confidence together. Let's address some common anxieties about approaching someone you're interested in. First off, let's talk about the fear factor. You might feel like you're risking life and limb, but honestly, the likelihood of anything truly catastrophic happening, like ending up in the hospital or, even more absurdly, jail, is incredibly low. Unless you're attempting to cross a busy highway while dodging traffic and, say, a giant movie monster like Godzilla, you're probably not going to face mortal danger just by walking up to someone. Think about it, the chances of something freakishly bad occurring, like tripping and accidentally impaling your eye on a sharp object, are practically non-existent in a typical setting. And since we've already established that the person you want to talk to isn't standing in the middle of a chaotic street, and they're likely just looking at their phone, not holding a pointy weapon, the prospect of imminent doom is, thankfully, quite slim. Here's a little reality check for you. Life is unpredictable. You could, theoretically, not wake up tomorrow. Do you really want to risk missing the chance to connect with this amazing person before your time is up? I didn't think so. Now that you're aware that many women actually appreciate being approached more often than you might think, and you've accepted that you're not going to face certain death or legal trouble by doing so, it's time to prepare yourself and take action. Seriously, the next step is simply to get up and go initiate a conversation. There's no complex trickery involved, you just need to move your feet and start talking. Perhaps you're sitting there right now, feeling stuck, your mind racing with potential awkward scenarios or reasons not to move. It's okay, that internal resistance is normal. Acknowledge it, but don't let it control you. Take a deep breath. Remember those key points. Women generally value the courage it takes to approach. You're not going to come across as creepy or disrespectful just by saying hello, and, as we covered, you are absolutely not going to die. Now, let's move on to a practical way to overcome that mental paralysis and build instant confidence. Often, when we feel anxious or hesitant, it's because we're trapped inside our own heads, overthinking everything that could go wrong. To break free from this cycle and get yourself moving, you need to shift your focus. This is where the get present technique comes in, which you can think of as your instant confidence booster. The core idea is to redirect your attention from your internal worries to your external environment by engaging your five senses: sight, touch, hearing, smell, and taste. When you consciously pull your energy out of your anxious thoughts and ground it in your physical body and immediate surroundings, you naturally reduce the physiological effects of fear. Fear, at its root, is often just false evidence appearing real, FR. It's essentially the negative stories and worst-case scenarios you tell yourself about what might happen, even if there's no real evidence to support them. By focusing on your senses, you interrupt these stories and connect with what is actually happening in reality right now. So, take another deep breath, and quickly make a mental note of what you can perceive through each sense. Sight. What can you see around you? Maybe there's a tree outside the window, some magazines on a nearby shelf, or a menu board on the wall. Touch. What can you feel? The texture of the chair you're sitting on, the surface of the table, the temperature of your drink, perhaps a cold coffee. Hear. What sounds are present? The distant hum of traffic, the hiss and steam from an espresso machine, someone placing an order, maybe even a bird chirping outside. Smell. What sense can you detect? Perhaps a delicious panini being grilled, the faint smell of paper from a book, or maybe nothing distinct at all. Taste. What can you taste? Take a sip of that coffee, or maybe you just finished a pastry, notice the taste of a croissant crumb on your lip. The primary goal of this exercise is to pull yourself out of your head and diminish those intense, fearful sensations in your body. While this technique is powerful, be mindful of the time. If it takes you half an hour, the person you wanted to talk to might have left. But even if that happens, it's still valuable practice for managing anxiety. Immediately after you've grounded yourself using your senses, and before your mind has a chance to retreat back into overthinking, get up and go talk to her. Do it right then and there. If you need a final push, quickly remind yourself, most women appreciate being approached. You are not going to be perceived as creepy or weird just for saying hello, and you are absolutely not going to die. As a side note, I'll share an even faster anti-anxiety technique later on. Now, I know what thought is probably popping into your head. Okay, but what exactly do I say? Here's the reassuring truth. What you say in the very beginning actually matters far less than you think. The act of approaching and being genuine is the most important part. However, since you're asking, here's an example of what a very shy person once said to me when they approached me while I was reading in a park. "Hi, I saw you sitting here reading, and I just thought to myself." Breaking the ice with ease, a friendly approach to starting conversations. Imagine spotting someone who seems genuinely pleasant. Instead of relying on a cheesy pickup line, try this: "You appear to be a kind person who might enjoy some brief company." Yes, it sounds a bit quirky, but bear with me. This approach has a certain charm, especially when delivered with a dash of nervousness. It can be quite endearing, as I learned from personal experience. For the full story, you'll have to wait for my memoir. Just know this isn't a dating advice book, so let's focus on the art of conversation instead. So, why does this method work? By focusing on her seeming kindness, you're not objectifying her appearance, a compliment she's likely heard before. Instead, you're acknowledging her personality, which is less common for strangers to notice. This gives her the benefit of the doubt and might just encourage her to live up to that nice person reputation. Who wouldn't want to be seen as kind, after all? Though, if you encounter someone who responds harshly, consider it a bullet dodged. No harm, no foul, and definitely no jail time. The beauty of asking for just a few moments or minutes of her time is that it's a low commitment, easy out situation for both parties. You're not overstaying your welcome or making her uncomfortable. To ensure a smooth exit, adopt the wingman motto: always leave them wanting more. Here's how. 1. Set a time frame from the start. Say, "I can only stay for a bit, I have somewhere to be." This reassures her, and you, that it's a brief encounter. 2. Make your exit. After 5 or 10 minutes, politely excuse yourself with, "I've got to run, but would love to make it up to you with a coffee another time." This approach works for several reasons. You're promising a good time, not a long time. It implies you have a life, leaving a hint of mystery with somewhere to be. It's a pressure-free ask, Not specifying a date or time means no stress for either of you, also showcasing you're not desperate, even if you might be feeling that way. The outcome? If she agrees, exchange numbers and go your separate ways for now. If she declines at any point, applaud yourself for taking the leap and vow to practice again soon. Remember, the real goal here is the approach itself, not the outcome. Each attempt makes your comfort zone a little more comfortable. And guess what? Women tend to mirror your feelings about yourself, so the more at ease you are, the more they'll feel at ease too. Beyond this moment, sustained confidence. While we'll dive deeper into building lasting confidence soon, let's first tackle a quicker anxiety reduction technique. But before that, a heartfelt thank you. If you're finding value in this content, the best support you can offer is sharing it with others, a win-win for everyone. Squashing anxiety on the spot, the physiological sigh. Introduced to me by Andrew Huberman, this simple yet effective technique is a game-changer for resetting your nervous system instantly. The physiological sigh is incredibly easy to master. Let's break this down step by step. Start by taking a quick, deep breath in through your nose. Before exhaling, take another short inhale to build up a bit more air. Then, release the breath slowly, either through your mouth or nose, imagining you're blowing through a straw. While the straw analogy might feel a little odd for some, the key idea is to make your exhale last longer than usual. If you're in a public setting, you can adjust this to be more discreet, of course. The goal is to create a calm, controlled rhythm that helps center your energy. If you're interested in diving deeper into confidence-building techniques, I've created a free PDF cheat sheet that outlines my instant confidence technique. You'll find a link to this resource in the show notes and at the end of this video. Now, if you're ready to go all in, explore everything from how to build meaningful connections with women to maintaining lasting confidence, my program, Wake Up to Love, is designed for you. This isn't just another quick fix, it's a comprehensive roadmap to help you understand what women truly desire, not just what they say they want, identify the hidden barriers holding you back, and address them without losing your authenticity. Think of it as a step-by-step treasure map that reverse engineers the process of attracting, connecting with, and keeping someone special. This program isn't about shortcuts or gimmicks. It's about self-development, personal growth, and doing the work. You'll find actionable steps to build the confidence and skills needed to navigate relationships with clarity and purpose. Yes, there's homework involved, this isn't a passive journey. But if you're ready to face challenges head-on, to slay the metaphorical dragons and navigate life's obstacles with courage, this is the moment you've been waiting for. Wake Up to Love will guide you every step of the way, but only if you commit to the process. A final note, this isn't about becoming someone you're not, it's about becoming the best version of yourself. Thank you for sticking with me until the end. I'm sending you love, strength, and the courage to take bold steps forward. May you find happiness and connection in all that you do. God bless.